YouTube. Is that where we're streaming to? Okay.
Yes.
Just wanna know which chat.
Yes, Yoda Criana.
We're going to
we're
going
a
to
link to the pop-out chat.
very slowly kind of start weeding people over to PsyLP so that eventually we can start uploading riffs to PsyLP directly.
Cool. Yeah. I was working on Corsair stuff. Excited for you guys to see the final. Because it looks good. Like
I'm super excited.
The scenes together, and I'm like, oh wow, this kind of looks.
You're apparently live.
Not entirely. I mean, what is this mysterious Corsair thing that Criana was talking about? Probably just some mystical myth.
Wait, isn't that the pen and paper game that we're playing that we're not supposed to tell everyone about? Criana, you know this.
We're not supposed to bring it. We're not supposed to.
Guys, it's Lady Troubles. It's Lady Troubles. It's euphemism for Lady Troubles. Criana is on her Corsair right now. Yeah, I'm bleeding out of the mouth.
So guess who just traded in one car and got a new car and left his garage door opener in the old car? This guy! Yeah.
Man!
Yeah.
You need to work on that memory thing.
See, I used to work in what we call the rent...
but...
Hey, I got the Hello Kitty steering wheel cap. I had my priorities covered.
Inferno, use the plus sign.
You were going to say something, Inferno. I'm sorry for interrupting.
So we were both talking at the same time. I don't get upset at that. I get upset when I clearly start a story and then that fucking shit happens. Oh, I heard a Piff laugh. Forget about my story. Let's all talk about Piff. Hi, Piff.
Yay!
Where were you? I was worried.
So, I was currently setting up my capture card to record HDMI recording stuff, and apparently I knocked a cord and couldn't hear my own computer for a bit.
Oh, so you couldn't hear anything that we had to say?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. I said some really nice things.
Like, since the last minute or so, I think I could hear you guys. But...
No, we had theories about, like, you joining and you becoming a Benedictine monk and taking a vow of silence. We thought you died.
That kind of monk. I was like, what the heck is a Benedict monk?
Is it like that breakfast?
No, it's nothing like that breakfast, Squee. Check your privilege.
Are you throwing shade?
Oh, I probably should note why I did that. I just got a sweet game about some sort of stolen monarch, so that's pretty cool.
Who
God.
would lose a monarch?
Description. The description is hilarious and also misspelled. Someone doesn't know how to spell the word kinda.
I kid not.
Well, to be fair, kind does not.
Kinda really needs to pay.
To be fair, kind is not actually a word, so there's no way to misspell it.
Well, technically there is. Because you could actually spell kind properly and add an A at the end, which you did not do.
Hey, that was me. I'm sorry. It's fixed. Calm down.
No,
I had your back burned because I feel the pain.
God damn it, the salt
level. This is
level.
how the inevitable split happens. This is how PsyLP ends.
This is what happened. This is what happened.
Don't worry, Criana and I have splits on a daily basis. We get over it. It's fine.
Squee, I'm not talking to you right now.
What about now?
This is the important thing, guys. This echidna needs to pee. The echidna needs to pee.
He's just gonna pee right in that hand.
Yep, sure is.
How are you guys doing?
That's a great echidna voice.
Hi.
Alright.
It's wrong on so many levels.
Hello, one person watching.
Kill by great.
That's me. I'm the one watching.
Wow. Anyways,
the second person is me.
Should we get started, or should we just
goof around for a bit?
I believe we have a cliffhanger to resolve.
Yeah, we do.
Well, let's give it just a couple minutes so people...
Sure.
I mean, it's going to be recorded, right? And besides, actually, it's been a while since we all fucking chatted at each other in the voicey voice, so we can get all of our silly talking done and over with now, I reckon. Yes.
So I
yes.
had physical therapy today. That was pretty cool.
Oh, how did that go?
Pretty well. It was like a free massage, so it was kind of nice.
Did it involve chiropractic?
No.
Did you ask for a happy ending?
Did you get the bad ending, Criana?
No.
Oh, so you did get a happy ending.
No, I mean he. What?
Did you get the true ending?
Do you know the terminology of happy ending when it comes to like massages?
Really?
Remind me.
Okay.
Did we really find
Is
an
it like
innocent
getting-
spot of Criana's brain?
Is it
So-
like getting lucky? Is it like having sex? Is that it?
Almost. So, the stereotype is that during there's like legitimate massages and non-legitimate massages. Legitimate massages are just that, like it's a massage, right? Non-legitimate typically happen in certain areas or certain establishments where really you're getting a massage, but really what you're paying for is for the woman to jerk you off at the end.
Oh, see, yeah, I don't have a like. Despite what I normally say and how many times I draw it, I don't have a dick.
You don't.
I
Oh,
believe
I've never
a
been in
woman
that
is
penis.
still-
where I'm like, yes, sir, please jerk me off.
Could you just kind of like wave your hand in the general area where a dick would be? That'd be
Well,
great.
I do this.
Okay, so I'm gonna just let you know right now. I'm gonna correct this.
Yep.
Go right on the back of my hand. Criana, Anna equals no dick. Right?
I'm actually kind of disgusted in myself that this is the first time I'm hearing about a happy ending or a true ending.
No, I was just
No,
making
it's not
fun.
a true ending. Don't assume.
No.
You have to go through 4 playthroughs before.
Yeah, no, I like the true ending. I'm sticking with that one. I got the true ending.
Okay, so just a second. So to show you my commitment to memorizing your genitalia, Criana, I'm going to demonstrate to all of you. Heads up, I haven't shaven in a while.
All right.
So there we go. Now we know. Yeah.
Wow.
No, I know.
Did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
I
Wait.
think it is
I'll
backwards
never
on my
forget it.
screen.
You know when I was a kid, what?
It seems to be backwards on my screen.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh wait, no, that won't work. Shit! Look at my scruffy beard. Look how stupid it is. Anyway, don't look at the mess back there. Anyway, I'm gonna turn off the camera. Bye. Remember, no
Bye.
dick. No dick.
Okay. Oh, yep.
All right.
Thank you, Inferno.
Is there like a club going on? The No Dick Club?
I'm actually okay. So when I was a kid,
Oh, I didn't have a dick.
no, not the No Dick Club.
Welcome.
Not the No Dick Club. No, when I was a kid, I always I'd be terrified. Like, if there was an important thing to remember, especially from school, I would literally write it on the back of my hand.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So I wouldn't forget. I haven't done that in years, and I'm desperately trying to wipe this off so I don't go to work. Well, I'm going to have a shower tonight anyway. But if I go back to work and there's still an outline of, like, what does that say on the back of your hand? Something about dicks? Yeah, my friend Richard.
Yeah.
Totally. I had to call him.
Giant cock.
I have to remind myself.
Really proud of him.
All right.
Really proud of him.
So, you guys think we fucked around long enough? We can we'll play. We shall play now. We play, yes?
I think that's fair.
We riffs happen now, yes, please? Okay.
Game? Not video game.
No, imagination game.
Do
Oh,
you
okay.
want 'em? Oh.
So speaking of imagination game, before we get started proper, okay, like I know when I last left you off, you guys were dark, right? So your characters don't have any specific knowledge of this, right? But I figured I remember when I explained the scene last time we played, there was some confusion as to generally where people were. Because really, you guys are just traveling down a tight hallway, and then it got really black, and then people tried to rob you, right?
Mhm.
And Mila tried to book it and knocked people over, and there was a thrown grenade that caused people to get knocked out, and from Al, and then more grenades that caused people to go to sleep. Anywho, I figured just here on our little page here, I would outline at least this is what I had in mind, right?
Okay.
Initially, what happened is that was Al and Tom that was near the front. Neil was probably near the center, along with Patrick, perhaps, and then Bear was probably taking up the rear. But so it was kind of like this, we'll say,
Gotta
for the
zoom
sake
out.
of simplicity. And then it went dark, and Mila went, "Wah!" and she barged through them, causing them to fall over. So this is kind of how I have the general idea of it. Does that seem right to you guys, or
Yeah.
did you have completely different?
No, like I mean, like for me, because I know Tom and I did the role, I think it was, and we succeeded for. So in my
Mhm.
sleep deprived brain, I had like the idea that Mila was here, and then Tom was like right next to her,
Mm-hmm.
kind of taking lead. So, but that works either way. I kind of fucked up. So
Okay.
let's resolve this.
Well, we could switch it then a little bit, I guess.
It doesn't matter. I don't mind how it played out.
Really, yeah, you're all in the dark.
It really
and it's-
doesn't matter.
We're all
The only
passed out.
everybody's stunned. The only one that's actually able to do anything is Al. So it's
Okay.
fine.
All right.
Be a goddamn hero, Al.
Yay! We
Survive
breathe in
for
you,
3
Al.
turns. Squee.
He's muted.
We're
And
not
he's-
gonna make it.
Well, we're not gonna
No,
start.
We're not gonna make it.
I
We're
do
not gonna
have
make it anymore.
I I have a brief question.
Okay.
Something was noted to me, and I will double check into this. It may have been a few days since the grabbing the ship back for that nice gentleman and coming back.
Uh-huh.
I do not know how magic works. How does the PPE get regenerated?
Oh, okay. So let me just confirm it with the main rule book on let you know exactly how much PPE is returned. So give me a mo
Okay.
as I let you know. I guess I didn't put that in your student OCC class. My bad. I'm the worst. The worst.
Let me doobly check that, just in case I missed it.
Alright, let's just go to the magic section. Psionics, Techno Wizards. Oh, wait, that's after the colored section. That's right.
We call it African American section. Sorry.
The
Sorry, I had to. Sorry. This is... I'm horrible at speaking. I'm sorry.
Oh, here we go. So there's two ways. Recovery PPE. Like Psionic ISP, the loss of PPE points is temporary, and they will replenish themselves naturally at the rate of about 5 points for every hour of rest or sleep. Meditation is a skill known and practiced by all men of magic, including yourself. Lee would have taught you how to meditate. Okay.
Mhm.
And it allows you to relax, open yourself up to mystic forces, and it will restore PPE at the rate of 10 per hour.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So there's how many days from that ship to here?
It took at least 2.
Yeah. So you would have had
Then
at
I
least the
would've-
equivalent of 16 hours of sleep on average.
All right. So I'm just gonna put that back in. There we go. So 5 per hour when asleep, and 16. That's plenty for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Are you back, Squee? No. Okay.
Drat.
Ironically, I would get started without him, but he's the only one with any actions left. Actually, how the way it's going to start is with the bad guy's turn, but without him here to listen to it, I'll just be repeating myself.
Yeah, that's okay.
Which
We're
reminds me.
entertainers. We can do this.
We are. Here we are now.
Here we are
Entertainers.
again.
Oh,
Also, I'm not too sure if it'll actually come into play this little combat, but since you guys made sure to have armor sewn into your clothes, your normal clothes, you would have some SDC armor.
mhm.
But I would
Oh.
not,
I
because
mean,
I got that Plastic Man thing.
I'm wearing like a bikini, so I don't know if that's really
You
gonna
have
help me.
more armor than any of us, Criana.
That's true. I was gonna say.
we're using real logic, not video
You're using
game logic.
MMO logic? Damn.
Yeah.
No, of course not.
But I have pretty high disc.
SDCs.
No, a dick. So.
I thought you said you didn't have one of those.
No, I didn't say dick. I said a stick.
S-dick? Is that like a special kind of dick?
It's because of my Wisconsin accent, okay, Inferno? I learned it from you, Dad.
That makes sense. I was about to say, the further up north you go, the more accent you would get. So,
Yeah.
don't you know, there,
Don't
Margie?
you know? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll bring the
You
brats
betcha.
out.
Hmm. Oh dear. I hope nothing's happened to our good friend Squee.
You sound like a mystical, like, elf, like, ooh, I hope nothing happened to our damn friends. Oh, no, that's C-3PO. I apologize.
Same
How many
difference.
SDC does Criana have?
So many.
Well, not for long.
Oh, shit.
I'm just gonna answer a couple of questions since we're waiting on Squee. The reason why there's already comments and other stuff in the chat is because the chat continues on from every live stream.
Yep.
This is the SciLP chat. Period. It's kind of like Twitch, but it backloads all of the previous comments.
Yep.
Uh,
Yes,
Hey,
Rift's
Bird.
right.
yes, Rifts is tonight.
Because we
Right now
couldn't
we
play
are
on
waiting on
Sunday.
Squee.
Well, Squee couldn't play on Sunday, which ironically we are not playing right now, also because of Squee.
What the hell is wrong with Squee?
He has car troubles.
He just got it. He has 7 days to return it.
I didn't actually see an update for his channel that said all of his stuff was getting claimed. That's weird.
Yeah. Oh, Burn.
Yes.
Did you give that man the heads up that we're starting this?
Woodman.
The. Oh.
You,
Oh, Stabby? I'm supposed to tell Stabby. Oh, jeez.
That we're playing?
Yes.
Oh, that's
he,
nice.
he wants to see.
Oh, okay.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Minor
you're
emergency taken care of. Loud again?
Okay,
Yeah, you're
God,
very
Squee.
loud.
Please don't be angry. God, angry.
I don't understand. I don't understand at all. It's
Don't worry about it.
Hey.
We can hear you
Don't
fine
be
now.
flustered. It's all good in the hood, bruh.
Well, no, it keeps
Okay.
like jumping up every 10 minutes.
All right. So I have one last question for you, Squee Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Al has 6 attacks per melee usually, correct?
Yes.
So because I remember when you asked me when we were preparing, like between like the 2 weeks we've played this,
Yeah.
you asked, I'm like, oh, okay, so he's not unconscious but he's stunned. Does that have any penalties? And yes, it does. It gives you 1/2 of your attacks and all your bonuses. So unfortunately, right now, because if you have 6 attacks, I have to eliminate attacks right now until you get unstunned.
Right.
So
Wait, Al's stunned and I'm stunned?
there's the 2 different types of stunned.
Okay.
There is stunned where you can't act, and then there is stunned where you're coughing and gagging, everything like that. Because one came from gas, one came from like a jolt thing, right?
Yeah, I got the jolt.
Yeah, you
Well,
got the
I'm
jolt, not the
pretty sure-
gas.
Yeah, I failed the jolt thing, so that could be why. Anyways, I was just curious.
Okay.
So would this mean, just so I know, normally it takes max is 2 spells per round. So would this be down to 1 spell per round?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, it would. Unfortunately, because
No, it makes sense.
yeah. Otherwise, yeah. Because your spells are in attacks, really, right? So half of those. Okay. So when we last left off, I still have a bit of a cold. When we last left off, the group had a bit of a cliffhanger, unfortunately. They're now in the middle of a dark hallway, and they've been accosted by unknown number of individuals. But they've made it clear that they want their ICE, the player's currency, IOU units. And they have threatened significant violence if they did not comply. This first action turned in to be quite the mess, with Mila panicking, knocking a few of her compatriots over. Al, unfortunately, stumbling on throwing I guess you could say a stun grenade out into... He fumbled on a stun grenade, causing Tom to become stunned upon the ground. And then some gas grenades were Mila, Patrick, and Bear to be unconscious. So we're going to resume combat, for lack of a better word. So Al is the only one who's able to hear this. Although Tom, since you're not unconscious, you can barely hear this, but your head is swimming. Your central nervous system is completely fried, really. But just a few seconds pass, and it's very, very quiet, and you hear the shuffling of feet, a few coughs, and a few whispers amongst them. But you can hear one clear voice. It's feminine, and it's raspy. And she says out into that darkness, give me a moment. Anyone still up, huh? And that's their action.
Okay.
Mila is unconscious.
Hi.
Here's an interesting question. I have to chant
Okay.
out loud to cast a spell.
Yes.
Can I change the tone of it to make it sound more like I'm moaning?
Here's the thing, Squee.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say this. It's not going to change the words that are going to be said, right? So if I said to you, I would love a sandwich, or I would love a sandwich, it's me just saying that really weird.
Right.
You're not going to convince them that you're moaning. You're just going to be saying it in a moaning way.
Okay. So
sense?
it'd be in words they understand anyway. I never actually thought about that.
No, not necessarily. I didn't say they're going to understand the words.
Oh, but they're gonna understand. Okay. No, I still see what you mean.
But they're going to know you're saying words,
Right.
and not and not moaning.
One more important thing that I should probably ask the group because I don't quite remember. Was Al's? Did we diversify the cards again? I know at one point we decided Al would keep most of them.
We have.
I have it kept track.
Okay.
Well, okay, yeah, and yeah, you worry about. Yeah, well, if you kept track, you kept track. So that's
Right now, we were coming back from the what's his face, that one guy, and I would have figured that on the way we would have split up all the cards and had everybody have a card. The only thing is, would have had an extra one for August. So right now, Tom has 2, Al has 1, Patrick has 1, Bear has 1, Mila has 1, for simplicity.
Got it. All right. Al's going to start, and I don't know how far he'll get on this, but chanting for invisibility.
Okay, so the tricky thing is this. It takes you 3 actions to do so. You only have 2, okay? This means, as I'm not saying you're not going to be able to do this, but it will not go off immediately in this melee. It will go off on your first action of next melee round.
Okay.
Are you good with that?
Yes. I don't see much of other options. Yeah, so yes.
Okay, great. So that's that. Tom, unfortunately, you're stunned. Patrick, unfortunately, you are stunned. I mean, unconscious. Bear is also seeing sleepy time. One of them says, oh, hit him again. And I'm going to start rolling. Al, you can feel at your feet as you chant 2 more heavy objects clang against the metal ground of this hallway that you're in. I would like you to give me 2 saves versus non-lethal poison, please.
Alright. So here's the first one. Nope.
Okay. Don't bother with the second one. You are also unconscious. Tom, could you please roll me 2 saves versus non-lethal poison, please?
Okay. No.
Tom, you have also been rendered unconscious.
Yep.
Now, I have good news. You
dead.
don't all wake up dead.
We're dead. Oh.
That would be kind of hard to wake up dead.
That would be... Yeah, hey, well,
I'm dead! Well, listen.
Wait a second. I'm not waking up. I must be dead. Oh, wait. Well, how am I still thinking?
Weird.
So, Criana, I would like you to first roll me a 1d6, please.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Now, I'm going to options. Okay. The first option is it's clear what these guys are after, right? They said hand over your ice. Now, I am not going to be so draconian as to say, well, if you didn't explicitly said you were trying to hide your cards, you didn't explicitly try to hide your cards. That's bullshit. Because first of all, you have been told explicitly how dangerous it is, and you guys actually spent quite a bit of time in and out of character talking how best to hide it on you, right? You're not going to be walking around with a bunch of ice cards not trying to hide them, right? So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be factoring how much time these guys have, the skill of them, of their be able to search you, and then versus your skill. Now, versus your skill, I'm going to give you guys 2 choices. You guys can take just a single D100 roll as a group, right? And I will be a little bit more lenient on the interpretation of that, right? So if you roll really high, that doesn't mean you lose all your cards, right? I've created a little scale, which is, certain percentages mean you pretty much lose this amount of cards, right? Or what we can do is that you guys can do individual skill rolls, which use the skill concealment, because that's exactly what you would use to conceal your cards on your body. And if you decide to do that, then I'll be a little bit more stringent on the rules. So what would you guys prefer? To do it as a group or to do skills individually to determine what you might not wake up with?
I personally would like to do the 1 roll, and I also would like to mention, I know I recommended when we got all of our new duds and everything so that everybody would have a small pocket zone between their shoulder blades.
Not everyone did that, I don't think.
Not everybody did that. I know that
Not
Tom
Mila.
did, but I suggested it. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with this.
Okay.
I agree also 1 roll would probably be best, since I don't think many of us have concealment, and those that do, it's probably not very high. So, yeah.
Oh, I also would like to mention that one of the cards would be in the pocket between Tom's shoulder blades in his jacket, and the other one would just be in his regular pants pocket.
Okay. Okay.
I'm down for whatever.
Okay.
So it sounds like Bird and Squee want to. Well, it sounds like they told us flat out that they want to do that. So I'm.
Their words sound like words. Are you cool with that, Patrick? Piff?
Yep.
Great. So then, I'll let you determine for yourselves who rolls the D100.
Oh boy.
Ooh, not I.
I vote Piff. I will place all of my faith in you.
Oh, good.
Sir.
Are you ready for 100? I am.
Bring it.
Okay.
Bring it.
One baby.
Let's go for the triple digits. Damn.
Oh, close.
Hey, don't worry. Normally on a skill check, a 73 seemed pretty rough, right? But like I said, because you chose this route, I'm not going to be super like you wake up and all your cards are gone, all right? But now I do need to know, Burn, since you said you have all this documented, is that on the Rift's group loot?
Yes.
Okay, great. This is a
credits and
fantastic resources for me. Credits and food. Oh my god. Under group items?
It's underneath group items, credits, and food.
Wonderful. Okay. Potential after robbery. You already were planning to have everything stolen from you. That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's called anticipation.
It's getting all your ducks in a row, just in case.
One last... Okay, let me just check my little sheet here. Okay. Then, I want... Tom, I want you to roll me a D100, please.
Okay. 50.
Can you roll it one more time, please?
Sure. 20.
Okay, great. Great. Awesome. All right. So, an unknown amount of time has passed, but you all remember this horrible, really bitter smell hitting your nostrils before you got so lightheaded you just passed out. And when you passed out, it was completely dark. But as all your eyes eventually flutter open, you definitely see and sense light. Peering around your environment, you see the familiar cold steel walls and the grungy metallic floor in which you are still laying upon. It doesn't seem like you have moved. As you stand up and collect your bearings, however, you do notice some things missing. Mila, you have no credit card.
My headphones.
I'll get to that in a moment.
In front of my headphones.
And Tom, the front credit card in your front pocket is also missing. Bear doesn't report the card that you gave him missing. Patrick, yours is still there. And Al, yours is also still there. However, all of your weapons are also gone. Unless you think there's a weapon that they might have missed, ask me about that. Now, feel free to not delete these things off your character ships or your group loot, but make sure to mark them as stolen instead. Because who knows? You might be able to get them back, right? Mm-hmm. But that's that.
I do have one question.
Mm-hmm.
The neuroblades were always kept as hidden as Al could possibly keep them because they were Earth tech. Are they gone too, or?
Roll me a D100, please.
Sure.
Gotta check something real quick. Do. PC characters. Oh my god. There we go. Load. There we go. You have 2 of them?
Yes.
One of them is missing.
Oh no, my shank. Oh.
Yep.
I feel like I just left my child somewhere.
More like you were gassed and it was stolen from you. Oh,
You know, as
Criana?
parents do from time to time.
Criana,
Yes.
your headphones
Yes.
are still around your neck.
Mila breathes a sigh of relief.
Okay. I didn't actually specify whether or not I would have brought my vibro sword.
Or I'm going to assume that you did.
Okay.
Only because you guys were, I think it's a fair assumption, you wouldn't have been walking around Outcast Station without a weapon. Don't you think?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we could really roll on it if you're really dead set about leaving it behind or not. You know what I mean?
No,
but
it's fine. I don't mind
Okay.
losing a vibro sword. It's cool.
okay, fair enough. All right.
What about anybody else? Any
but-
other weapon items?
I have lost my MDC rifle that I brought with the ship. My SDC one, luckily, I didn't bring with me.
Mm-hmm.
Was it that the MDC rifle was that a laser or that the flechette?
Not the flechette, because that's SDC.
I think he means the spacer laser rifle, probably.
Yeah.
One spacer.
Okay.
And I think that Squee lost one as well.
I lost a spacer rifle and pistol, and all my blades, my little ceramic blades.
All right.
Now, the good news, however, as you check what you still have and what you don't have, is that small items of jewelry, your backpacks, anything that packs that you're traveling with, even your medical supplies that you might have had on you, your little robotic kits or any sort of small that would seem valuable merchandise has been left behind. I would like Al and Patrick to roll me a D100, please. Both of you eventually come to the insight due to your backgrounds. You realize that there's only 2 reasons why someone would override some clearly valuable stuff. One is that they didn't have enough time to completely strip you down of all valuables, or 2, they were looking explicitly, they were targeting the items that they stole explicitly for some reason. So, Mila, with your hyper sensitive hearing, you don't hear anything completely out of place that you haven't already overheard in Outcast Station. Mm-hmm. The sounds, even the distant sounds of hissing, of oxygen escaping, of engines roaring, of muttered whispers in and through the walls hasn't changed. So you can't pick up anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Okay. So just to make sure that I have everything correctly, I have Al still has his card, Patrick still has his card, Bear still has his card, and I still have my card.
Correct.
Correct. Okay. So we can either go to Tiny Little Stars, we can try and get more cards, or we can just meet up with I can never remember. I can't remember his name right now since he's still new. But the owner of the
Simon?
Twilight Covenant.
The
Twilight
fellow.
Covenant.
Sorry,
Yeah.
say one more time.
The owner of the Twilight Covenant, because we need to give him 30,000 ice for that gravity generator.
Stephen Ward, yes.
Yes, Stephen Ward.
It's okay. There's a lot of new NPCs, so I don't expect you to memorize all their names. It's all good.
So what would you
Do you guys want to
do?
roleplay a little bit, or sorry? Go ahead.
Well, I guess, Al would check everyone over to make sure they're okay, but he'd probably be pretty quiet and withdrawn.
Okay.
What happened?
Most likely, somebody was tipped off of that we were carrying valuables and we were targeted.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I don't think we made too many contacts.
I mean, we're... No offense to Patrick, but we don't look like we're rich. Mila says that she has, like, really expensive-looking headphones and, like, super new clothing and, like, a beautiful face and just completely missing the mark on everything.
Yeah.
Did anyone get hurt?
I think I'm fine.
I should actually probably ask, are any of the NPCs, would Al find any damage on anyone, or?
Nope, nobody's hurt. Not even Bear.
Al would say, no, everyone's okay.
Oh, good. Because you know what? That's the most important thing. Mila says, like, grinning and looking at everyone wild-eyed. That's the most important thing.
Al's his eyes are suddenly gonna widen. He's gonna start patting himself up and down. Oh, crap.
What?
Did you miss the most important thing?
They got
I
one
think
of my
you missed the most important
neuroblades.
things. Oh.
But you
That's
still
interesting.
have your health.
Yeah, but two problems with that. One, I'm kind of attached to him. Two, it's Earth tech.
You're not attached to them, Al. They
Well,
took one from you. You're fine.
Al, it might be Earth Tech, but it might lead us to these people if we want to pursue them. Because there's nothing else like it over here, other than the one you have.
Al's going to look at everyone and then kind of look down and say, look, if the opportunity arises, sure, but we're all out of our element here. Trying to hunt people down is just asking for disaster to strike again.
Yeah.
True. I will say, though, we don't need to hunt them down too much. Your Neuroblade is definitely one of a kind and cannot be sorted like the other items.
Yeah. Although it might cause more, well, somebody might be able to figure out how to make one with it.
I'm not too
That's the
worried
only
about
thing.
that. I mean, the technology isn't really that crazy. It's just like these. I know, hold up one of the flash grenades, but attached to a knife.
You know what those are like.
Yeah.
Mila gives you a
I
look.
definitely do.
Al will
Flinches a
say,
little.
Al will say,
By the way, I would like to punch Al.
Whoa!
Roll a
light
strike.
tap. A light tap. I want to
if
pull
it's
it,
a light touch,
punch.
then don't
Just,
worry.
like, punch him in the shoulder. Like, damn it. That
No,
hurt.
just let you do that. Then no, you
Yeah.
don't have to roll a strike.
Al's going to kind of ignore it and then just be like, the problem is this. Let's say they try and sell it. That's fantastic. Let's say we see it. And then what do we do? Oh, hey, that's my piece of Earth tech?
How do they know it's Earth tech? They could just be like, look at this mysterious weapon.
Which is a very bad thing here. They don't like mysterious or new.
We came in with a robotic dog. I mean, Al, we're not exactly being super stealthy here. We don't look like everyone else. Even I can see that. I really want that big nose, though. But we'll talk about that later.
You really want that what?
A big nose.
Big nose.
Did you see his nose? It was so beautiful.
Mila.
Oh, Sinan. Right.
Mila looks over at Patrick and delicately taps his nose. One day, Patrick. You.
Do you want me to have big nose?
Yeah, you'd be beautiful with a big nose.
1 second. And he's going to start murmuring. He's going to cast a spell.
I know what spell you're going to cast. Okay.
He's going to cast
Resolve.
Sense Magic.
So upon Patrick's face, a huge nose that actually takes up probably about a quarter of his entire face, something that dwarfs Sinan's huge schnoz already, erupts with these big cavernous nostrils just sucking in the air and grabbing every little spore out there. And is it sense magic?
Yeah, it's Sense Magic.
Okay. What's the range on it?
120 feet.
You don't sense any other magic other than the magic that you and your compatriots have on them. So no new magic, for lack of a better word. But yeah, also Patrick has a huge-ass schnoz.
Oh my, Patrick! You look beautiful! Mila like starts like going up to your schnoz and like poking it and like rubbing it, just like completely fascinated by it.
What's the duration on that, Patrick?
2 minutes.
Okay, so she'll get her fill for 2 minutes, I reckon.
Patrick will go through.
And then, unfortunately, it's past. It'll disappear just as miraculously as it appeared.
No, come back!
Patrick will, like, along the time that she's touching it, will briefly mention that it is temporary.
You gotta keep it. It's such a good look. I can't believe. Why don't we have this sooner? I mean, it's just it's so perfect. It fits your face beautifully.
Patrick will smile and close his eyes while still having your hands all over his nose. You can thank Lee for that.
Lee, we forgot Lee.
We didn't forget Lee, Mila.
We did.
We wanted to stay behind.
Oh right. I keep forgetting that.
God.
Al's
We
gonna,
shouldn't talk too loud about that stuff.
despite himself, Al's gonna chuckle. And he's going to be like, look, the point is, it's not worth risking our necks for a knife, no matter how special the knife may be.
Oh yeah,
Pat's gonna wheel around. Or our noses.
Oh.
Gonna have a big
Yay.
grin on his face.
In any case, perhaps we should get out of this area. We could probably use more, well... He kind of holds his hands out. Everything.
Yeah. Well, if I recall correctly, we wanted to go straight to Tiny Little Stars after, getting all that money and depositing it into the Golden Place.
Yep. We should probably, and I would be like, so how much? Let's get to the orphanage first. Let's not do this here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So is it okay if I take the reins, so to speak, now then?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you, after picking yourselves up and continuing on, you are able to navigate the labyrinthine tunnels of Outcast Station relatively well. At a few points, you get a little bit turned around still, but After about 40 minutes or so, you thankfully come across the Bright Little Stars refuge. As you enter, you notice that it is still very much as you left off. Approximately 24 individuals occupy this place. The vast majority being individuals healing, recuperating, or are in a state of severe sickness. A few other individuals, of course, you notice. The first, interestingly enough, is Sinan. We never explicitly mentioned this, but I like to say that you guys would have given him a general idea how far you'd be gone, and that the Bright Little Stars refuge would be a place to meet back up with the fellow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see him, he waves you over. He goes, I was told by your friend, the blonde woman, Alicia, to let her know when you've arrived. She has, she wanted to talk with you. If it's all right, whenever you're ready, she requests to get a hold of her on your radios.
Okay.
Patrick starts pulling out his radio.
Inside, Patrick. Inside.
Okay.
In the room.
Oh, sorry. He meets you. He goes with you inside, of course.
Oh,
too.
okay.
He was actually waiting for you inside the Bright Little Stars.
Okay.
He also makes comments of how it is good to see you again, and hopefully use services, and he confirms with you that you still want to hire him on that daily wage of his.
Mhm.
So, no, I'll throw it back into your court, guys, as to what you guys would like to do.
I would say contact Alicia.
Okay. So who wants to... Well, we can say for the sake of simplicity, one person... I mean, you all have radios, for lack of
We
a
all
better word.
contact her at the same time.
Yup.
She'd be like, damn, I'm blowing it up! Anyway. And not in the bad way.
We all wait like 3 seconds just so when she answers one, the next one goes.
Okay. But you're able to reach out to her, and she picks up, and she says, "Hey, glad to hear you're back. It's been pretty interesting here with August. He's barely left his room, but he's not what we're really worried about. Well, not worried, but I got a message from Scyther, and he says it's pretty important to meet with him. There's been some sort of arrangement involving, and she pauses for a moment, the folks that we arrived here with, and he wants to meet with us as soon as possible. I told him that you guys were gone on a job, but when you returned, I'd let him know, and we talk with him. He's not upset or anything like that, but he's been leaving me messages pretty much every day. In the past few days, it's been like every 6 hours. Check arrive.
Right.
Huh.
Okay. Well, we need to stop by and pick up some weapons first, but I don't see any reason why we can't go see him afterwards.
And Alicia says, yeah, by the way, is it alright if I meet with you guys there? I've been kind of holed up in here for the past week or so, and August isn't really one much for company. How about we come, give us 15 minutes. I gotta clean August up, and then how about we meet you there at the refuge?
Clean August up?
She goes, yeah, I wasn't exaggerating. He hasn't left his room at all. It fucking stinks. He has been cooped up, linked up to his computer the entire time.
Ooh.
Huh. Well, okay, sure. We'll meet you there.
Okay. And so on and so forth. So before I throw Alicia and our good friend August into the scene, why don't we take care of the little bit of business you guys want to do over at the refuge, right?
Yeah. Should we hold on to the credits that we the not credits, the IOUs on the cards that we have?
How much do we
If
have
we
on
want
the
to get
cards?
guns? We have around 84 grand on 4 cards.
And then the 100,000 in the room?
183,000, yes.
Okay.
Mind you, we will need 30,000 for that gravity generator.
Right. I'm thinking that we should get weapons again, but let's go a little bit more minimalistic this time until we have a safe place to store such things. Like,
Yeah,
there's no
I
reason to
think
buy
so.
an entire armory again to just get robbed. I think that even in character, that would be lessons learned kind of thing.
Yeah, what I'm kind of picturing is what's going to have to actually happen is we're going to give Steve Ward the 30 grand for the gravity generator. I'm going to have to fly the ship over to Freedom Station. They're going to have to put it up and fix it up and all that. Then we come back and then we can spend whatever money we want because the ship will technically be under our, control.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So until that point in time, we can just hold off for now.
Sure.
Would you guys like to meet up with Alicia first, or drop off the 30 grand?
Let's meet up with Alicia first, unless anyone has objections.
I think we should meet up with Alicia first. What do you think, Squee and Piff?
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
I am glad we are all robots and we all agree on meeting with Alicia first.
All right.
Good time.
So, just to get through that, we would like you to go into the Golden Place, Piff, and with all 4 cards and remove 11 grand from each of the cards. And then I will mess with the totals in the Rift Skirt Blue. That
As
sounds
long as you're fine doing that, Patrick, then we can just make it so.
I am fine doing that.
Great.
Okay.
So you do so.
Is he
That
number
little bit
one
of
now?
no.
Oh.
I am always number 1. I am numbers 1 through 742.
Oh!
Yeah, I know.
Then you're the only
I
one that
know.
can make it so.
Yes, anime Criana. I am. Oh.
On this guy.
Okay, so that little bit of housekeeping is out of the way. Any other little bits of housekeeping you guys want to take care of before we roll? Take it by your silence, probably not. Oh.
I'm going to take both of my ceramic swords and my plastic man armor, the SDC armor.
Okay.
Patrick is most likely going to drop off his MDC armor and pick up his flechette rifle.
Okay.
I have my fists.
Al has
Yeah.
his fists. His one neuroblade.
He does. Okay. So, Criana,
Yo.
remind me,
Yeah.
did you bring your... Because I remember there was a lot of paranoia over Earth tech and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
And I can't remember, is there a place where you left your hammer? Or did you take it with you and it ended up being stolen?
Yeah, it ended up being Sola Mila. Always has
Okay.
her hammer on her.
So that's the other thing, fellows. If you're worried about Earth tech, Mila's thing has dragon bone all over it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oops. Oops.
So that's another easily identified item of stolen goods, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So about 15 minutes later, sure enough, Alicia and August arrive at the front of the Tiny Little Stars, and they move to the back room where the majority of you are staying. Alicia looks fine. She has a good set of, or a newer set of clothes, and after just a little bit of small talk, she explains that Sinan has taken her around to a few different places, but she actually hasn't been out and about very much. She does confess that Outcast Station makes her very uncomfortable, only in the fact that most of the people either look at her like she's an alien, like she's the one who has three eyes, right? Or they look at her with disgust. They spit at her as she passes on by, and a lot of the freebooters ask her questions that she doesn't know about, right? So she doesn't like talking to other independent operatives or non-mutated people because she doesn't know what to say, and she can't get along with the denizens of Outcast Station. But these complaints and observations, obviously coming from her, are not whiny, and she says in her very basic, kind of shrugging, matter-of-fact way.